Hello, everyone. My name is Mama Bunny, and I'm so happy to see you here back at the Burrow. And to all of our new friends, hello. It's so nice to meet you. How was your day? I hope it went well. And now that you're here, my day's gotten even better. I was asked if I would read the last book of Frog and Toad. And well, I always try to accommodate when I can. So this week, we are going to be finishing up the Frog and Toad series by reading Frog and Toad all year. Doesn't that sound like fun? Oh, but I'm hopping ahead of myself. We can't have a story unless we're all comfy cozy. So make sure you're wearing something comfy. And don't forget to bring your favorite stuffy. I think they're going to want to hear the story too, don't you? Well then, are we all comfy? Let's get started, shall we? Tonight's story is from the book of Frog and Toad All Year. Our first story is called Down the Hill. Frog knocked at Toad's door. "Toad, wake up!" he cried. "Come out and see how wonderful the winter is." "I will not," said Toad. "I am warm in my bed." "Winter is beautiful," said Frog. "Come out and have fun." "Blah," said Toad. "I do not have any winter clothes." Frog came into the house. "I have brought you some things to wear," he said. Frog pushed a coat down over the top of Toad. Frog pulled snow pants up over the bottom of Toad. He put a hat and scarf on Toad's head. "Help!" cried Toad. "My best friend is trying to kill me." "I am only getting you ready for winter," said Frog. Frog and Toad went outside, and they tramped through the snow. "We will ride down this big hill on my sled," said Frog. "Not me," said Toad. "Do not be afraid," said Frog. "I will be with you on the sled. It'll be a fine, fast ride. Toad, you sit in front. I will sit right behind you." The sled began to move down the hill. "Here we go," said Frog. There was a bump. Frog fell off the sled. Toad rushed past trees and rocks. "Frog, I am glad that you are here," said Toad. Toad leapt over a snowbank. "I could not steer the sled without you, Frog," he said. "You are right. Winter is fun." A crow flew by. "Hello, Crow," shouted Toad. "Look at Frog and me. We can ride a sled better than anybody in the world."
"But, Toad,"
said the crow,
"you are alone on the sled."
Toad looked around. He saw that Frog was not there. "I am all alone," screamed Toad. Bang! The sled hit a tree. Thud! The sled hit a rock. Plop! The sled dived into the snow. Frog came running down the hill. He pulled Toad out of the snow. I saw everything, said Frog. You did very well by yourself. I did not, said Toad. But there is one thing that I can do all by myself. What is that? Asked Frog. I can go home, said Toad. Winter may be beautiful, but bed is much better. Oh, what a silly toad he is. Our next story is called The Corner. Frog and Toad were caught in the rain. They ran to Frog's house. I am all wet, said Toad. The day is spoiled. Have some tea and cake, said Frog. The rain will stop. If you stand near the stove, your clothes will soon be dry. I will tell you a story while we are waiting, said Frog. Oh, good, said Toad. When I was small, not much bigger than a pollywog, said Frog, my father said to me, Son, this is a cold, gray day, but spring is just around the corner. I wanted spring to come. I went out to find that corner. I walked down a path in the woods until I came to a corner. I went around the corner to see if spring was on the other side. And was it? Asked Toad. No, said Frog. There was only a pine tree, 3 pebbles, and some dry grass. I walked in the meadow. Soon I came to another corner. I went around the corner to see if spring was there. Did you find it? Asked Toad. No, said Frog. There was only an old worm asleep on a tree stump. I walked along the river until I came to another corner. I went around the corner to look for spring. Was it there? Asked Toad. No, said Frog. There was only some wet mud and a lizard who was chasing his tail. You must have been tired, said Toad. I was tired, said Frog, and it started to rain. I went back home. When I got there, said Frog, I found another corner. It was the corner of my house. Did you go around it? Asked Toad. I went around that corner too, said Frog. What did you see? Asked Toad. I saw the sun coming out, said Frog. I saw the birds sitting and singing in the tree. I saw my mother and father working in their garden. I saw flowers in the garden. You found it? Cried Toad. Yes, said Frog. I was very happy I had found the corner that spring was just around. Look, Frog, said Toad. You were right. The rain has stopped. Frog and Toad hurried outside. They ran around the corner of Frog's house to make sure that spring had come again. Winter is nice to play in. All the white, fluffy snow, making snow bunnies, snowball fights, and ice skating. But spring is my favorite kind of weather, when all the flowers come back and the trees start budding with leaves again, and it's warm enough for me to plant my garden again. What's your favorite season? That's a good one, too. Well then, little ones, it's getting late, and we should go to sleep. But don't worry, I'll make sure to read the next 3 stories next time. How does that sound? Well then, get all snuggled up underneath your blanket. Hold your favorite stuffy tight, 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 so they know they are loved. Oh, and dream some wonderful dreams. And while you're having those wonderful dreams, I'll get the stories ready for next time. And always remember, Mama Bunny loves you very, very much. Good night.